Maurya sir, I have appeared at my 10th exam. Result is awaited. I get 80% plus in all my subjects. What subject should I take in 11th and 12th for my better career?
Thank you for joining students career counseling and participating in it. If you are a brilliant student that is scoring 80% throughout, then the best career option for you to study the science. When you talk about science in 11th and 12th, science means this could be either math stream or could be biology stream. Under math stream, we call it PCM, physics, chemistry and math, that is the main subject. Under biology stream, you have got physics, chemistry and biology. Now both the streams are good. If your performance has been 80% plus, you must go for the science stream and then decide whether you want to go for PCM or for PCB. So this session I will give you insight what you want to know, and accordingly you can select either the PCM or the PCB. Coming to PCM first, this is a career in engineering. Apart from career in engineering, this also gives you opportunity to join the defense services as officer. Then also you can join merchant navy as a officer. Then you can also become professor, or you can go for research at the end and you can become scientist. So these are the careers, main careers available for the candidates, for the students who are good in studies and opting for PCM, physics, chemistry and math stream in 11th standard. Other side is the biology, PCB, physics, chemistry and biology. In that the career is first is medicine, that is you can become a MBBS doctor. Then also career in defense under AFMC, Armed Forces Medical Corps, you can join and become a doctor in defense services. Then you can also go for paramedical courses. If you are not able to compete for MBBS, you can go for some paramedical courses. Then at the last, you can also become professor, or you can do the research and you can become scientist. So these are the two streams in the science. Now coming to the PCM in detail, the first one is IIT JEE. IIT is Indian Institute of Technology. These are the premier institutes in the country which trains the students for 4-year BTech course. Students, when they join the IIT, they are picked up by the company, not only by Indian company but by the global company during the 3rd and 4th year, and they are having the confirmed job. So very premier institute, that is why the admission to IITs are very tough. The process for admission to IIT is what we call it through IIT JEE, Joint Entrance Examination for IIT. It is conducted by NTA, National Testing Agency. The main exam, the IIT JEE has got two parts, main and advanced. The main exam registration will start in the month of February, and then exam will be somewhere in the month of April. In the month of March, you can get the admit card and appear examination in the month of April. Remember, everybody cannot appear for IIT JEE. There is eligibility that you must have at least 75% marks in your 12th PCM. If you are appearing in 12th, not yet passed out, still you can fill up the form and appear for IIT JEE exam. But when you are selected, when you are coming in the merit, you have to show the mark sheet that you had scored 75% plus in physics, chemistry and math. So this 75% is relaxed for the SC/ST candidate. For them it is only 65%. Every year roughly 10 to 12 lakh students register for IIT JEE entrance examination, out of which 8.5 lakh appear at the examination, and from this 8.5, roughly 1.8 lakh are shortlisted and they are asked to appear for the JEE Advance. JEE Advance is second stage. Just by completing or passing or getting good marks in JEE Main will not do. You have to go for the second level of examination, that is the JEE Advance. So 1.8 lakh students appear for JEE Advanced, and out of which the selection will be made only for 40,000 candidates. These 40,000 are selected because the number of seats available in IITs, that is all premium institutes throughout India, is 17,385. Apart from this, we have got NITs, National Institute of Technology, that is next to IITs. They have got the seat 23,560. So this is roughly about 40,000 seats. So the people who qualify IIT, JEE, the advanced stage, advanced examination, they will be given a counseling. Counseling means you have to give the choice which college you want. Depending upon the rating of the college, you will always prefer the good college, good institute, but your marks will decide, your merit will decide whether you are getting a college of your choice or not. So that is how the selection for the IITs take place. Fees for this course is roughly 3 lakh rupees per annum. 4-year course, it is 12 lakh rupees. Also, you have to spend some money on lodging, boarding and other things, because IITs are not at your place. You have to go to the places like IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur, etc. So that expenses will also be there. Now, placement record for the last year 2023 September, the top person picked up from IIT was given a CTC of 3.67 crore per annum. It is a CTC, not salary. CTC means cost to the company, which includes all the allowances. That is transport allowance if he is getting, if quarter is getting, or any entertainment allowances is getting, or any expenses on education side. These all, everything put together becomes CTC, cost to company. 3.67 crore was the highest one. It was taken by the foreign based company. That is what we call it global placement. In India, the highest placement was 1.31 crore. That is the per annum by the Indian company. Average per annum salary for all the candidates who passed out from IITs and NITs was 24 lakh per annum. So roughly 2 lakh rupees per month, that is the average. But the peak, the maximum I said about 1 crore rupees. And most of the things I will find roughly settling to 70 to 80 lakh rupees per annum if the students are good and the institutes from where they have done the IIT is rated good institute. Now, if not selected, let us say for IIT or NIT, you are not coming in the merit list of 40,000. Then other colleges in India, there are about roughly 13.5 lakh seats available in other colleges. There are some very good colleges in the private also. Some are affiliated colleges, university affiliated colleges. There also the reputation is very good. Students are picked up from the college itself. So not all 13.5 lakh students, but at least some of the students, let us say you talk about 50%, about 6 to 7 lakh college students can get the good colleges and they can do the engineering. So though only 40,000 are selected there in IIT, the remaining colleges you can join, because all the colleges, most of the colleges will ask you for the merit list of IIT JEE. So same marks you have to produce it, and depending upon your merit, the particular college can take it, you can take the admission and pursue the engineering courses. Remember, if you are not doing from the good college, then placement cannot be assured. 100% placement is not guaranteed if you are doing from other colleges. Other colleges means you are talking about apart from IITs and NITs. So these colleges, depending upon the place, remember how much percentage you are getting in the B Tech or B is not important. Important is from where you are doing, from which city. The colleges which are in metro cities, they have got more value. Companies generally pick up the students from Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Bangalore, Hyderabad and so on. So the college where it is located, that is more important than the percentage what you are going to get it. Because the company will look for overall development of the students, which is supposed to be better in metro cities compared to the colleges which are located in remote areas. So that was the first one, IIT JEE career. Second is other private colleges or affiliated colleges. And the third one, let us say, if you are not going for engineering, BE or BTech, then you can join defense services as a officer through NDA, National Defense Academy. Here this is tougher than the IIT because the last track record shows last 15-20 years only about 0.2% of the students qualify to be selected under NDA scheme. So this is very tough, but one thing, if you are appearing for IIT JEE, you can also appear for the NDA entrance test, that is simultaneously because syllabus for both are same. So in one attempt you can appear for both since syllabus is same. Try for both the places and then try to get into it. The advantage in NDA that all the expenses on training will be on account of government. So you don't have to spend a single paisa, and apart from this one, you will also be getting the scholarship, or we call it stipend. That will be something close to 56,100 plus medical facilities and all the things will be available to you. And then on completion of training, that is the NDA training, you are taken as a defense officer in Army, Navy or Air Force depending upon your choice or depending upon your merit. I have made a very detailed video on NDA entry, that is video number 84. You can see it, what is the NDA entry and how to compete for it. Okay, so after the NDA, again chances are there for the PCM students, they can enter Army in the technical side, we call it TES entry, technical entry scheme. Here you have to have 60% marks in PCM in 12th standard, and then also you have to submit the IIT JEE marks. It means without appearing for IIT JEE, you cannot apply for TES scheme of Army. So though it is 60%, but basically you cannot compete because for IIT JEE minimum is 75%. So you have to appear for IIT JEE and submit the marks to the Army, fill up the form and submit to Army. This is again twice a year. The merit will be made on the basis of the marks obtained in IIT JEE, as well as, remember here the JEE main marks, not the advanced. You have to appear for the JEE main and then submit the marks to Army by filling the forms of TES, technical entry system. The merit will be called for interview, what we call it SSB, Service Selection Board, and on the basis of this one you will be given a merit list. So merit will be prepared on the basis of IIT JEE marks as well as the marks obtained by you during the SSB. Then you are selected there and you can join the Army. Again it is 5 years course. If not, then again you have got a option to join Merchant Navy. Merchant Navy, you can become an officer either on the navigation side, what we call it deck officer, who are supposed to take the ship from one place to other place and do complete cargo management, responsible for loading, unloading and getting the ship in shape. Also you can become engineering side, engineer on board ship, that is again Merchant Navy. So either deck officer or the engine room officer. Again for this there is a detailed video I have made it. You can refer to video number 67, how to join Merchant Navy and become an officer. Next, after Merchant Navy, let us say you are not going through, not interested, or you want to have something, you could not get IIT JEE, you could not get into NDA, and then you could not get in TES, then you don't want to do the engineering from the colleges which are not very reputed, then still you can continue study, you can go for BSc, do the MSc, do PhD, and then take the teaching line, become professor or become a scientist. One thing I will advise that never try to take a break, that you did not clear first time, then wait, take a break, prepare for 1 year, do the coaching and go for the second year. Not qualified, then take a break, go for third year. You are going to kill your time. This is very risky. You should never take a break. Try to make an attempt, first attempt, it is okay. If not, try to take admission somewhere. You take the admission in BSc, continue and then try to appear for the second attempt of the IIT or NDA. We are not going to lose the time. Otherwise, if you try again and again and without taking admission in any college, then at the end of the year, 3 year, you find you are nowhere. You have lost your time. You will be getting frustration. Your classmates must have done the BSc by that time. So never do the mistake of taking a gap, taking a break and appearing for competitive examination. Keep on doing the study in parallel and keep on appearing at the examination. Now this was for the engineering. Now coming to the medical side, what we call it PCB, physics, chemistry and biology. For this the students compete, basically they want to become a doctor, we call it MBBS. So entrance, this is a 5-year course. This is again through the entrance examination similar to IIT. The entrance examination in medical we call it NEET, National Eligibility Entrance Test. This is again conducted once in a year, very identical to IIT. This is form available to you in March and admit card will come in April. May, June will be exam and result will be declared accordingly. Eligibility for this on lower side, 50% in 50% in PCB in 12th standard from a recognized board or 40% for SC/ST candidate. The total seats available for the medical every year for admission to the first year is 1,04,333 for MBBS, 31,871 for BAMS, Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine and Science, and then 26,950 for BDS, Bachelor of Dental Surgery. So all 5-year courses put together, total seats are 1,63,000 against the seats of 14 lakh in engineering side. So remember, the competition in medical is much more tough. So just by doing 50-60%, 70% in 12th class, don't be under the impression that you will compete and qualify for MBBS. So very tough because number of seats are very less. So be very sure, if you are not 80 plus students, 80, 85, 90, 90 plus, you should not try to enter into the medical lines. Means you should not compete for MBBS. You can take the PCB, pursue the course, do some other things, but don't think that you are only doing for MBBS, because MBBS entry is very tough. Only 1,63,000 seats available every year throughout the India. Roughly 20 lakh students appear registered every year for this one, out of which 11.5 lakhs are declared pass and only 1.6 lakh are admitted because seats are only 1.6 lakh. Remember, the private colleges and the government colleges, the fees is also very high. Course is also for a longer duration, and this course is not enough. You want to become a doctor, good doctor, you have to go for higher courses, we call it MS or MD, Master of Surgery or Doctor of Medicine, which is again 2 years course. So education will continue for about 7 to 8 years in case of medical line. And the salary beginner after you qualify MBBS from a college, you get roughly 18 to 24 lakh per annum. This is CTC, 18 to 24 lakh rupees per annum. In case of IIT, this goes to 1 crore, 70 lakh, 80 lakh. So remember, you cannot compare IIT with MBBS. IIT means you are talking only about 17,385 seats, and total engineering means you are talking about 13.5 lakh seats, and total medical you are talking about 1,63,000 seats. So MBBS cannot be compared with IIT, but as compared to the entire engineering side, MBBS will be tough. Now let us say you don't qualify for MBBS, you are not coming in the merit list, then again you can try for AFMC, Armed Forces Medical Corps, similar to the NDA for other stream in the Defense Forces. You got a medical line in Defense Forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, we call it Armed Forces Medical Corps. Separate exams are conducted by the defense and you can join, you can try, and if comes in the merit you can join it. Remember, FEMC is again as tough as NDA, because here if you are selected, your complete expenses on the training, lodging, boarding will be borne by the defense, and also you get a stipend. If you are not getting through MBBS, BDS, BAMS and FMC, then you can go for BSc Nursing, a 4-year course. It is state-wise, Each state has got its own rule, its own way of conducting the entrance test. Depending upon from which state you belong, you can appear for BSc Nursing entrance test. Get admission, do 4 years course and become nurse. Remember, the placement in BSc Nursing is very good. As on date, it is almost 100%, similar to the doctor. So salary is also roughly 35 to 40,000 rupees per month. So very good option. If you are not able to qualify through the MBBS, BDS, BAMS or FMC, go for BSc Nursing, try to compete and get into 4 years nursing course and you get a job immediately. You've got a promotion prospect also. If not, then you can go for B Pharma, M Pharma and do the work. You can do the research or join the companies which are in the field of drugs manufacturing. Otherwise, the last one is BSc, MSc, PhD and go for teaching, become professor, scientist and do the research work. So these are the two different streams, one for PCM, physics, chemistry and math group, second for PCB, physics, chemistry and biology group. Depending upon where you stand, what is your confidence and what is your choice, what is your interest, you can join one of the stream and do the 11th and 12th and thereafter look for the career through the competition. If you like my video, please forward it to the students or to the people who need it, who are in need of this. You can forward it, share it and also please subscribe it. With this, finish this particular session. See you in next session with a fresh topic. Till then, bye bye.